So in this video, we're going to talk about how to write a grant proposal when you're first getting started. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, this is Tiffany. I help new and small nonprofits get up and running. If you need help, subscribe to the channel because I drop a video every week. So today I'm going to go over the basics of writing a grant proposal, and this is what you need to do to get started. So I'm not necessarily going to go into the weeds of each section of a proposal. I have different videos for that. This is really what do you need to do to get started, to get yourself going with the grant writing process. One thing that I'll say really quickly is that if you're going to pursue grants, I really recommend you have an actual strategy. So instead of chasing different grants that come up through your email or that you find in Facebook groups and things like that, I really recommend you have an organized approach and you say to yourself, okay, this is how much we want to raise in grant funding this year to cover these programs or these activities. This is how much we need to write to get there. You see what I'm saying? You got to have a strategy to this, right? It's got to be like a method to this. So I really recommend you do it that way so you're not as scattered and you're more likely to be successful at winning grants. And the other reason is you're more likely to win if you write more. So by having like a pipeline, by having an actual strategy, it increases your likelihood of winning. So I'm going to walk through 4 steps for getting started with your grant writing. And this is targeted towards beginners and people who are not used to grant writing on a regular basis. So number 1, I recommend you create a prospect list. You identify good prospects to write grants for. So that means you need to develop like a spreadsheet. Now, once you get more advanced, you may want to use an actual grants management system like Instrumental, and I have some information in the description box below about Instrumental that helps you organize your grant writing, organize whether or not you're going to apply or you're applying or you're waiting to hear back. But in the very beginning, a simple spreadsheet will do. And in that spreadsheet, you just want to capture information about the funder, their name, any contact information, information about the particular grant, information about their giving history, any deadlines, and any other notes about the funder, which may be any prior connections you have with them, any prior conversations, and any relationship that you currently have with them. So identify a good list of funders that you can potentially reach out for. And I recommend that you establish like a grant writing calendar. So based on the deadlines or when you want to write for certain grants, establish when certain grants will be written and when they will be submitted. So you're not going to look at all your prospects in 1 month. You're going to divide it up and say, okay, in the first quarter of the year, we're going to submit at least 5 to 8 grants based on our list or based on the grants that are due in the first quarter. So look at it like that so it's a much more organized process for yourself. The second thing you should do is review the requirements. And you're going to do a little bit of this when you do your prospect list because you want to make sure that whoever's on your prospect list actually aligns with your mission, actually would be interested in funding you. So you're going to weed them out a little bit before you put them on your prospect list. But this next step is when you're ready to start writing and you need to look at their requirements for what they want from you in order to submit a grant. Just keep in mind that every grant is different, right? So every grant you encounter may have different information that they're asking for. It's generally along the same themes that grant applications and proposals ask for, but they're going to ask for them in a different way. So review the requirements and find out for yourself what they're asking for. Are they asking for certain paperwork? Are they asking for other information like stories or videos or pictures? So get acquainted with what they want. What are their submission requirements, right? Are they asking you just to submit online, or do you have to print things and FedEx things and do binders and all kinds of stuff? It just depends on the funder. So review the requirements and the submission requirements so you can be more prepared when it's time to write and submit. The third thing I recommend you do is start gathering the paperwork and the information you need from others first. So it's easy to just go ahead and start writing because you can control that. But what you're going to find is the information you need from other people is going to take the longest for you to get back. So for example, if you need a letter of support from a community organization, or if you need certain people to send in their resumes and their bios and things like that, they're going to take forever to get that information to you, and they're going to need reminders. So before you even start writing, reach out to those people first so you can account for the time it's going to take to get the information back. Also, start gathering all the paperwork. So most grants are going to ask you for the 501c3 letter. They're going to ask you for maybe your articles of incorporation, probably some financial information, probably your budget. So make sure all that stuff is in the same place or in a place that's easy to get to. So when it's time to submit, you just have to go to one place to pull all that information so it's easy and seamless. Because by the time you finish writing a grant, you're going to be kind of frustrated, especially longer grants, and you just want to get all that you need to submit. So make sure it's all in one place. And then finally, prepare your narrative. This is the last step that I recommend if you're just trying to get yourself ready and started with grant writing. Prepare the actual narrative. The narrative is just the words that you're using to fill in the application or the words for the proposal. This is how I like to do it. I like to do the easy questions first because it takes a lot for me to write. I hate writing, and so it just takes a lot for me to get in the rhythm of writing. So to get myself used to writing, I answer all the easy questions first, things that are no-brainers like what is your mission statement? Tell us about your organization, stuff that you probably have stashed away anyway, which I recommend. You have a swipe file that has past information that you've submitted before that you can just pull from so you're not starting from scratch every time you write a proposal. But that's for another video. But do the easy stuff first so you can get in the rhythm and in the mood to write, and then go to like the more complicated questions. Some people probably like to do the complicated questions first so they can get them out the way. So when they're done, the easy stuff is left to do. But that doesn't work for me. I like starting with the easy and then going to the complicated. You let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like to start easy or do you like to start difficult? I would love to hear your process. But what you want to do is have a separate document where you're filling in this proposal. Because every proposal process or application process is different, some of them will want you to submit actual narrative that you may write in like a Google Doc or a Word document. And some of them have an online application form. No matter what they have your own separate document, even if it's an online application form, because you don't want to spend time filling it in and then all of a sudden information get lost. And also when you have a separate document, it's easier to track word count and character count and all that kind of stuff. So start outlining what it is they want from you and start filling in those pieces so you can make sure that you have everything in a separate document. And so it's easier for people to review if you need someone to review your information. And also it's easier to find after you submit. So if you want to pull from older applications, you can have separate documents so it's easy to see what's been submitted if other staff members need to see that. So I just wanted to give you like a simple process. This is not everything involved with grant writing, but if you're trying to figure out how to get started and you just needed like simple steps to get there, I wanted to walk through this in this video so it could be easier and more attainable for you. So if you have questions for me, you can always visit me at www.bossonabudget.com, and I'll see you in the next video.